KPX5's Phil Matier and I asked former San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown if there's ever such thing as exoneration in politics when it comes to these investigations.
I'm telling you, if you've got to say I've been exonerated, 90% of the people have no idea what you mean. Anytime you use a word with that many symbols in it, so to speak, you've got a problem. You've got to keep it really simple. So don't say exonerated. Say, I'm not been charged.
Game over was the thing they
But
said.
is the game over?
Well, no, of course not. I mean, even Adam Schiff said, look, even if it's not criminal, we have to expect more from our president than not being a criminal. There are ethical issues here.
Melissa, be advised that Trump is running for re-election. As far as he is concerned, it's over. Game's over. Because now Adam and all of us who are Democrats have got to every day try to keep stirring the pot. We don't have the investigation that might be coming. We have the investigation that's already gone. And nobody got indicted except the cats that pleaded guilty and that are already in jail. So it's not a bad arrangement for the president.
Wait,
Well, but
but
for
the president has lost a huge platform. I mean, every day he woke up and railed against the witch hunt, The media filled the screens with that. If that goes away, what's he got left? He's going to have to go back to the
But what do
border.
the Democrats have left?
He did not have the witch hunt to get elected. He was really about all kinds of other things. This guy is incredibly creative. He makes Saturday Night Live survive.
Now, here's the thing. He was never going to be indicted because Mueller felt constrained by Department of Justice guidelines that said you can't indict him. So is it really fair to say he was exonerated by this report when there's a lot in it that says that he wasn't?
Well, it's fair to say he was exonerated from the collusion part or the communication or coordination with Russia. But when it comes to obstruction, it was left open. And then Attorney General Barr said, we've made a determination that obstruction didn't take place. So while the Mueller report didn't exonerate the president, it seems that Attorney General Barr has, at least for now, and at least from the criminal prosecution. Remember, it doesn't have to necessarily be a crime for it to be impeachable. High crimes and misdemeanors may mean more than just things that are prohibited by our criminal code. So there's, I think, some wiggle room there if the House wanted to pursue such a thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Senator Kamala Harris is in South Carolina this weekend as she tries to build support for her White House run. Now, yesterday, the California Democrat met with community leaders at a church in the town of Holly Hill. She's also been holding several town hall meetings. South Carolina's early primary is likely to be crucial for Harris in 2020, and she's been busy securing endorsements there from prominent political figures. And there are now 20 Democrats in the running. So KPX5's Phil Matier and I asked former San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown, how do these candidates stay fresh in this lengthy election season?
The best way, in my opinion, if I managed any one of them, they make the announcement and then they go dark. And going dark would be to go to barbershops, beauty shops, grocery stores, and places like that. No more real exposure. And pray for God that the TV cameras don't follow them. They'll stay fresh that way because nobody will have seen them.
Well, but how do you raise money, right? You have to also be able to stay in the spotlight enough to keep the donations coming in so you can even be on the debate stage.
With the internet being what it is these days, and if you make it possible for everybody to think they're contributing, you'll do all right on money. Just make sure that, everybody who gives you $1 bought you.
Okay. But that does beg the question, when you have this many people out there, and if they're all saying the same thing, how do they keep interest going? I mean, everybody comes out with their statement.
Phil, keep in mind what I said.
Are they saying the same thing over and over?
No, as long as you're going from beauty shop to barber shop.
But these people are out there right now, so what is their danger?
But they are all burning themselves out, literally. They make the announcement, and then the third time they're up, they're making the same speech. It's horrible for them. I feel sorry for them, frankly. I was all out there discussing Buttigieg. All of a sudden, it's clear. He's got no second act. Or if he is, he hasn't unfolded it yet, or he hasn't allowed it to be seen. The same goes for Amy. I watched her yesterday. It was not the fresh, interesting Amy that I saw when she first announced. Same with Kamala Harris. I mean, it's really tough duty to stay up there. I now know why the cat in New Jersey has disappeared. He knows that that's his only way to survive.
Well, you know, now social media, you can see everyone's speech all the time. It's not the days when you could go from town to town and deliver the exact same speech for months at a time.
So what is it going to be that finally, separates this crowd out, where people begin to fall off and really a clear, sustained front runner really emerges?
Well, it's always a combination of fundraising and polling, and these are related. They reinforce each other, but they sort of combine to get a little bit of a wheat from the chaff, if you will, sort of the closer you get to election day. So we're already seeing a bit of a cliff in between, say, Sanders and Biden and even Harris and a number of the other candidates. And so once the money runs out for some of those folks who aren't able to raise it anymore, then you're going to see them sort of dropping back out to keep the seats that they already have in Congress or the Senate or whatever. They do need to make a decision at some point.